After over 37 years of applying, Jim McEnroe finally drew the tag of his dreams in Montana's Area 680, north side of the river in the Missouri Breaks, and brought home a spectacular Boone & Crockett ram. That stroke of luck in 2017 capped off a nearly 40-year journey that began when Jim was a 16-year-old and drew North Dakota's once-in-a-lifetime Bighorn sheep tag. Jim hails from Big Sky, Montana, where Rocky Mountain Bighorn sheep are part of the culture and everyday life, commonly seen and even serving as the local school mascot.
Well, we're up here in the Missouri Breaks, hunting my Bighorn sheep tag. I got a once-in-a-lifetime tag in Area 680. The Missouri River's just back up over this big horizon over here, and we're in some sidelines. I think this is Birch Creek right over here, and Sand Coulee, and some of this country. But saw 7-8 rams today, but one pretty nice one that was about a mile away. But we decided he wasn't the big one that we were kind of looking for. The big one was hanging out in this area. We backpacked in about 6 miles, and we were just glassing the area over when we spotted 2 little bands of 3 in this area. And this is where John had scouted a couple days ago and spotted 21 rams in this little area. So we're just searching out for the big one of those 21 rams, and haven't quite found him yet, but he's got to be behind one of these little bluffs and cliffs. It's all just so choppy. Wow, we got a big ram here. All I saw was those little just those shining horns, and then I put them in the binoculars and I said, that looks like a pretty good ram. And then he grew into a monster.
Just depends on how big his body is, but you know, if he's, I think he's probably 43 and a half by 44 and a half, 45. That's just a guess, you know.
The wind was not right for a stalk, and Jim didn't want to blow the ram out of the area. So, after a long discussion and much agonizing, Jim and John decided for us to retreat and return in less than 2 weeks for rifle opening.
Tell me that you're ready to go. I'll be here waiting. I'll be here waiting.
Rifle season began with a storm that turned the breaks into gumbo. We waited 2 anxious days for the terrain to dry out and become passable. All we could think about was whether that ram would still be there.
There's one decent ram there, it looks like. 2 actually. But, he's not that big one we're looking for, but he's pretty nice. On opening rifle, it rained quite a bit, and in the Missouri breaks there's a lot of bentonite and gumbo, and basically when it gets wet there's just no access or travel, and the country we were in was fairly steep and adobe breaks and badlands country, and when it's wet your boots fill up with 10 pounds of mud on each boot and extremely slippery. So I think it was the 3rd day of the season, just Ashley and I went back into this area. We had to back in about 4 miles to where this ram that we'd spot during bow season was hanging out, and we ended up hunting that area where we'd seen the ram for 2 days and never found the ram. We backpacked farther north, another 3 miles or so, and reset up a new camp, and then started hunting that area the next day. And on the 3rd day, we found 3 rams. We spotted 3 big rams. One looks real interesting, looks really long. Might be the ram we got pictures of, I'm not sure. We're gonna go back around this ridge, down these cuts, take a little closer look at them and see if we decide we want to shoot them. Down and put the tapes to him. If not, he's just a beautiful sheep. Well, he should be laying right on that little bench in this adobe knob up here, Gumbo Hill. We gotta work our way up to these green bushes, and then just that little flat right there he should be piled up on.
Near that red rock.
Yep, just to the left of the red rock. So let's go take a look at them. Same one we saw before that we passed up. He's a beautiful sheep and he'll make a beautiful mount. Alright, we're about ready to head out, so.
After so many years and miles, Jim discovered his bighorn and walked away when it wasn't right. He returned and found the ram again, looking just how we had left him, and took him home with one perfect shot. And as for those horn measurements that Jim and John predicted back when they first saw the ram during archery, they turned out to be spot on. We came, we saw, we got the right ram.